So tell us how you became an activist.
Well, in Detroit, and I, I'd always said, by that time, I was very much aware of the distinctions that existed, the discrimination that existed, and of course that was also the beginnings of the civil rights movement. At that time I was the chair of this Mexican-American Association, and in that community, a small community in Detroit, in the Mexican community, we got a call one day that a little boy had been hurt. He was 15 years old, a little kid, small, when I say little. And when I got a call from this lady who was part of this association, Mexican Association. She said, "Jesse, come on with me down to the hospital, to the city hospital." I said, "Okay." I went down to the city hospital, and the doctor came up to me, and he said, "Tell that family that," and the parents were there, very humble-looking people, barely spoke English. And the doctor said, and it still chokes me up. Sorry.
You're fine.
The doctor said, tell the parents that their son has expired, and that was all. So I went over, and I remember telling the mother, and the mother just said, "That's God's will." And I said, "That's not God's will." And as we talked to some of the other kids who had been there when when the young boy had gone into a struggle with the police, they were having a party or something, and somebody called the police. The police came. And the witnesses, and one of them was a white girl who was a little kid's girlfriend. Girl said that cop hit him on the head with his blackjack or with a club, and that's what the little boy died of. He died of a brain concussion. It fractured his skull. Well, the police said he had fallen down and hit his head while he was struggling. We didn't believe that, and we believed the girl. And so we went to the media, we went to the press, and said, we think that this policeman used undue force and killed this little boy. And of course the police denied it, as they would, as you would expect that they would. So we found a lawyer. We went back to look for the little girl, and just by coincidence, the little girl who was from down south had gone back down south, and they couldn't find her. So we didn't have a witness anymore. And I started getting calls at home calling me names because I had come out in a paper. And we had accused the police of murdering this kid, of killing this little boy. So it never got beyond that. The lawyer said, "We don't have a witness, we don't have a case." So for me, in any case, too often I think culturally for some of us, we're so gosh darn humble, and we're so accepting of what happens, what other people do to us. At some point in time you say, I'm just not going to put up with that anymore.